students. So we'll discuss about this factoring concept, right? So about this concept we also understand one case study. Okay, so topic is the case of Snapdeal. Okay, so can anyone read this case? Yeah.
The case of Snapdeal. Background. Snapdeal, one of the India's largest e-commerce platform, faced significant cash flow challenges in its early years. The company has a business model where it partnered with thousands of sellers who shipped products to customers while Snapdeal collected payments on their behalf. However, sellers often had to wait 30 to 60 days to receive their payments, leading to the cash flow issues that affected their ability to stock inventory and fulfill orders. To solve this, Snapdeal introduced invoice factoring by partnering with banks and financial institutions. Through this, sellers could get up to 80 to 90% of their invoice value upfront from a financial partner instead of waiting for Snapdeal payment cycle. Factoring in action. Snapdeal worked with banks and fintech firms to create a vendor financing program where sellers could factor the invoice at competitive rates. Sellers who opt for a factoring receiving immediate liquidity enable them to restock products faster and grow their business. The financial partners collected payments for Snapdeal when the invoice becomes due. Outcomes of factoring. Improve seller satisfaction. Many small and medium sellers were able to manage their cash flow better, leading to improved partnership with Snapdeal. Higher sales growth. Since sellers have access to fund sooner, they could scale their operations, leading to increased product availability on Snapdeal. Lower working capital issues. Factoring helped Snapdeal avoid the need for large upfront payments to sellers, improving its own cash management.
Okay. So, have you all heard about Snapdeal? Yes. So it is nothing but e-commerce platforms, well-known e-commerce platforms. So they also used this factoring concept. That is what this case describes. So what they did is they also faced cash flow challenges. What is this cash flow challenges? Cash inflows, cash outflows. So managing the cash. So they also felt certain difficulties. So main reason is they also offered this credit payment to their customers. Okay, so 30 days, 60 days credit period they also offer to their customers. So after getting that payment, they are in a position to. So they also faced certain difficulties. Why? Because customers are not making their payment, okay, at the correct due date. So 30 days is what the duration time means. Due date means they have to make the payment, right? So customers are not ready to make the payment till the due date, even after the due date. So what this Snapdeal, what are all the difficulties they faced is what? After getting the payment, they have to do the production process. So entire production is what? Struggling a lot. Okay. So this is what this simple case is all about. So what they decided is, okay, we can go with the factoring concept. That is, we can give our invoice to what are the different things? Banks and financial institutions. So they opted this factor as banks and financial institutions. So providing their invoice, Snapdeal, they provided their invoice to banks and financial institutions. They also offered 80 to 90%, right? Nearly 80 to 90% of their invoice. So this is what they did. So next is, so by means of doing all these process, moreover their problems get resolved. Okay. So problem is customers are not making payment till the due date, even after the due date. So they used this factoring concept they involved banks and financial institutions and make the payment, producing the invoice and getting the payment. This is what the process. So now the entire process is what? It is entirely smooth. Okay. So now we have a question like discussion is strong sales. Sales is what? Good. Okay. There is no any problem. Could Snapdeal have used any other financial strategies instead of factoring? Shortening payment cycle. See, instead of giving 3 months credit period, just give for 30 days credit period. Just shorten your payment cycle. Don't make it too lengthy. Customers will never make the payment to you. So instead of that, so just shorten the payment cycle. Probably that supports. Okay. Instead of going to this factoring concept, you need not to go for this factoring concept. Again, you are giving some commission, right? They are making some charges. You are providing some commission. Okay. So you can avoid those things. Okay. So what risk do sellers face while using factoring services?
Cost of factoring.
That is what the main reason. Cost, fees, charge that they are paying to the factor company. See, in this case, banks and financial institutions are the factoring company. They are paying some charges, right? Snapdeal are paying some charges, right? That is what the cost. Any other reason?
Impact on customer relations.
Impact on customer relations. So customers, they are not making any payment, so that becomes again some disturbances for the, again they have to do the production. So all these